For your request.
Right.
So hear that. You're like, so the medium thing, is there a reason why you, for medium, that you like it than medium rare or well done, or?
I've always gone with medium when I eat steaks. It's kind of like how I like life is balanced, you know, the light side, the dark side, not too cooked, not too undercooked.
Right.
So I don't know. It's maybe medium rare tastes a little bit more flavorful because you got more of the red stuff. Now I was watching one of your episodes and you were like saying how the red stuff isn't blood.
It's not blood.
What is it?
So there's myoglobin and there's hemoglobin. So two totally different things. So the myoglobin is going to be an iron-rich water, which gives it that red kind of rusty kind of look to it. Then you have hemoglobin, which is blood, which runs through arteries and veins. So this is a muscle. And a lot of people don't even know that, like, you're eating a muscle. Like, this is a fucking muscle from a cow. There's no, like, fillet part, and there's no, like, ribeye part that's just, like, floating around inside. It's the actual muscle that you're eating. And that's the reason why there's grating and fat and, like, the fat content. For something like this, like, you can go with medium because there's not a lot of fat in here. It does tend to start to get dry. You're not in that dry area yet at medium, but it can get kind of dry. You know, as you start going lower, because there's no fat inside there, that intermuscular fat is not rendering out, getting hot and kind of melting, get all like oozy, gooey, and tasteful. And the fat is what actually gives the flavor.
The flavor, right. So the more you cook it, the less fat will be permeating into the muscle. Right,
it'll render out, and but that's also the juices too. That kind of, when you cut into it, that's the rendered fat out of it also too, as well. So some of it, and then others it's water too as well. Now we have a dry age steak. This is not a dry age steak. This is a wet age steak. Now, the difference between like a dry age and a wet age: dry age is, you know, out in the open being dried. Wet age is they cut it and then throw it into a package and then back.
I see.
And then we get it around 21 to 27 days for a wet age product like this.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so we're gonna try this. We'll just go right into it, and then what you want to look at it too, if we're going into like the steak stuff, is see where everything is running, like see which way everything is going. You want to cut across the grain instead of with the grain.
Okay.
So if you're cutting with the grain, it's going to be super chewy.
Okay.
You cut across the grain, and we cut it in half like this.
This is going to be more tender.
It'll be more tender, yeah.
Okay.
So we have that. There you go.
Oh wow! I don't know if I'm going to finish that, Mark, but I'll try.
So I have a freaking. I don't know if I'm gonna. I'm definitely not, because I'm not supposed to have any salt. I'm not supposed to have.
Oh really?
Anything like that right now.